There's a lot that's occurring on planet Earth, and I'm curious if you can share with us a larger perspective, maybe even a behind-the-scenes perspective of what is occurring, as well as where we're most likely to go. We agree with you. This is a massively transformative time in your history. There are some aspects of this awakening that we would have you understand more fully. There are two things that are occurring. One is the awakening. The other is the ascension. Ultimately, they are a part of the same thing that's occurring. However, we want to share them as separate aspects of the one. People are awakening from a slumber in which they put their trust in the systems that have run and ruled planet Earth. They are awakening to the fact that when you put your trust in an outside source, that these sources can fail them. So if you will notice, there is a lot of anger, frustration towards and about these systems that are failing. These systems that are failing are waking people to their own sovereignty, autonomy, and inner power. This looks different or unique to each individual. In essence, the Great Awakening is the masses waking up to their own sovereignty, waking up to their own power. More and more each day are awakening in this way. This is an important step in the ascension process, but it is not the whole aspect of the ascension. This is one piece. On this step, you will see enraged people. You will see protests, rallies, fighting. You will see people demanding greater solutions, people taking back their power and standing up to the systems that have failed them, standing up to governments, standing up to leaders, standing up to authority. In all of this, we know it can look chaotic and scary at times. If you would see the bigger picture, you would see that all of this is the beginning step of sovereignty, of claiming your own power. We now want to talk about ascension in its wholeness. There are those who have already claimed their sovereignty, but have already taken their power back. These people are being invited to be the door openers of the ascension. These people are beyond the point of fighting, beyond the point of resistance, beyond the point of claiming their autonomy. These people have done this already. They are now being invited to rise to their next level, and that is one of holding a frequency of greater possibility. These beings hold the door open to peace, love, and an awareness of wholeness for the planet and its people. These beings are in full alignment with where planet Earth is heading. There is a great invitation to, one, recognize that you are your own authority, and two, which this step might be the more challenging for the masses, but they will get there, and that is a recognizing the life beyond struggle, beyond pushing, beyond forcing, beyond fighting, into a holding of frequency of greater possibility. The beings that have and are on the first wave of ascension are already holding this frequency of greater possibility. Those who are currently awakening are also doing an important job. The masses are at this stage. The masses are beginning to stand up for themselves, their rights, their voice, their autonomy, their sovereignty. Once the masses claim their sovereignty, they will be invited to rise higher beyond the need for struggle, beyond the need to fight, and into a place of holding this frequency of greater possibility. This will be the second wave of ascension. It will be where the masses rise. We foresee about a 2-year step for these masses to reach the place where they are invited to rise above, beyond the fight, and into the place of greater possibility. At this point in your history, life begins to get really good. There is a level of peace that begins to formulate upon the surface of the earth, and this takes everyone into the golden age. This movement from awakening into the greater aspects of ascension will be quite the journey for those taking it, as they are being asked to expand their thinking, expand the way they live, expand quite rapidly. And this can be quite intense for some. With the first level of ascension, the people that are holding these doors open, holding this frequency, this is a great invitation and will be a great benefit to those who are rising quickly from awakening into the greater possibilities. We ask that you listen closely to your inner being, as this will guide you as to the action you are to take and what action you are not to take over these next couple of years. There will be much turmoil and confusion for a time on your planet. This is an important time for you to remember to connect with your inner being and follow the inspiration there. Please know that you are supported by seen and unseen beings and energy. Please know that you are moving into greater possibilities that are more in alignment with soul, with ascension, with oneness. It may look for a time like your planet is going backward. We assure you this is not the case. You can see this turmoil and chaos as a launching pad for which you will ascend quickly. We thank you for doing this great work at this moment in time. We acknowledge the work you are doing, for it is a great work. Can you share with us about this conjunction that just occurred yesterday on the 21st of December 2020? This alignment of planets and the energy thereof. Can you show us, talk to us, tell us what this is, and if there's any information that could bless us with this, share that also. Thank you. We are excited that you made it this far. It hasn't been known that you would. These planets aligning in the way that they are aligning signifies a coming together of the two into one. So where there has been opposite viewpoints, opposite perceptions, opposite ways of showing up, these align and come into unison and begin working together. In doing this, this energy holds a lot of power. And you will see the fight occurring on planet Earth is between two sides. Always two sides. Male, female, Republican, Democrat. Those who believe in vaccines, those who don't. Those who believe the masks work, those who don't. Those who believe that the virus is dangerous and those who don't. So you see these opposites, these polarities, these opposite viewpoints, all coming together in the same moment of time. The power and energy of this conjunction of planets, this aligning, is that these ways are coming head to head. They're coming together. They are now facing each other. The energy in the universe is of an alignment with each other. And so what will naturally occur is a falling away or a crumbling of the dualistic systems and the dualistic perception within people's minds. This will be the chaos that we talk about, this crumbling away of what has been, of the fight, of the duality, of the dual thinking. There will be a massive crumbling away of this so that people can align in unity. This does not mean people will think the same. It does mean that the way in which we have fought against another's perception, instead of embracing all, is what will fall away. Allowing the people to learn how to work together with many different perceptions. Peace and unity is not about making everyone see things the same. It is allowing space for diversity. It's learning to work with diversity instead of against it. This is what this energy is bringing to planet Earth and its people. Those who resist this energy will be in for a wild ride, a very intense ride. Those who can embrace this energy will have a much smoother journey. Initially, there will be turmoil as people come together and confront and face into the opposite viewpoints. But relatively quickly, the stronger energy of unity will begin to show its face. People will begin to look for ways we can get along, ways we can agree, ways we can work together for the betterment of the whole. Once the commitment to opposition has diminished and people are more committed to working together, the technology on your planet expands exponentially, making life and living beautiful, pleasurable, and much more easeful. The fight, the opposition, has always been about the perception that another can and will control you. Once autonomy and sovereignty is recognized within the masses, this fear will dissipate and be replaced with an understanding, an inner knowing that this is not possible. At that point, without that fear, people will get to work together more fully and to create beautiful things on planet Earth. These are exciting and incredible times. And we ask that you be as present with yourself as possible through them.